Deandre Ayton in this Lakers-Suns first-round series is easily the most underrated, not only player, but topic in this entire series. ¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here. Quick conversation about this game. Game 3 last night was really good. Every game so far in the series has been really fun so far. A lot of trash talk being talked, very physical. It's a great playoff series so far. I've been loving it. But I really feel that there's one player that I can't believe we're all neglecting. I thought about making this title. I was like, what do I want to talk about? I mean, I could talk about LeBron being LeBron James, because in Game 1, I thought LeBron was kind of quiet. Game 2 and 3, he's been fantastic. Anthony Davis has flipped the switch, and I could have made a title about that. I could talk about CP3's injury. I could talk about Devin Booker doing good and bad, 50-50. But nothing, or even the Jay Crowder trash talk stuff, nothing compares to my opinion. In my opinion, nothing has been comparing to Deandre Ayton in this playoff series. No one's talking about this man, okay? He is in his 3rd season, okay? People forget that last year, Deandre Ayton was actually having a pretty good start. It was like the first 10 games, he was averaging like 23. He was doing really good with the Suns. And then unfortunate circumstances happened, which caused him to miss a lot of games. He was suspended for a while. And then obviously COVID and then the bubble. So he missed a lot of games, right? This season, he was doing okay. He was averaging 16. He wasn't doing as good as he was the season before, but it was a smaller sample size. But in this series so far, Game 1, 21 points. Game 2, 22 points. Game 3, 21 points. Do you understand the situation DeAndre Ayton is in right now? Okay? This man is in his 3rd NBA season, his first playoff series ever. Okay? He's having to go up against Andre Drummond, who's a solid defender and one of the best rebounders of all time. Anthony Davis, who is an NBA champion and arguably the best power forward in the NBA, arguably. And DeAndre Ayton literally does not care against the defending champions. He is, you know how many centers I watched it? They get the ball in a certain situation, and instead of just putting it up or fighting to put the ball up in the basket, they kind of hesitate, they pass, they do a stupid hook shot and miss it. DeAndre Ayton has consistently just attacked the basket while he's underneath it and does not care who's like in front of him, and has scored consistently. It is insane, and he's doing it in game after game after game. Every game, so far, he has been the most reliable player on the Suns, arguably, and he's playing out of his mind. It is super, super impressive for the man. I am shocked that he has been playing this good. He's not afraid. He's not afraid. And it's weird because in the regular season, I was talking with some of my friends, and I was like, DeAndre Ayton's kind of weird. Like, he has good games and he has bad games, and he's been super inconsistent. But this playoff series has just been the opposite of that. It's a shame, though, that even though he's been playing fantastic, CP3 is being CP3 in this series, even if he's injured. Devin Booker still can put up 30, right? It doesn't matter. That hasn't really been the problem with the Suns. The problem with the Suns is specifically Anthony Davis. This man is not missing, at least lately. I had a problem with Anthony Davis for the first 2 games because, and I thought I was the only one that noticed this, but everyone was talking about it on Twitter. Even friends were telling me that this man just shoots. I mean, you can be under the basket, and instead of just putting it up, he's doing little fadeaways. Every shot he shoots, it's a jump shot. Everything he was doing. It was kind of annoying. Like, you're Anthony Davis, bro. No, when you want to, I think the commentators last night were saying this. When Anthony Davis wants to, no one can guard him. Like, if he puts his mind to it and gets underneath the basket, it's like, what are you going to do? The man is too fast and athletic and too tall to do anything about it, right? And I think Anthony Davis kind of realized that last night and flipped the switch. And he really just tortured anybody down there. He was doing such a good job in the pick and roll, catching lobs, dunking. He was doing an amazing, amazing job. Without him flipping that switch, I mean, because he's flipped that switch, it feels to me that this series is kind of figured out. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to overreact in this series, but the Lakers are looking like the champions again, and they look serious. And it's not only because of Anthony Davis. Obviously, LeBron has been playing really well. We know LeBron's always going to play well. That's not even a surprise, right? Andre Drummond, I feel like, had a pretty good game. The one person that really needs to be talked about is Dennis Schroder. I don't know if I ever mentioned this on the channel, but I've said to other people before, Dennis Schroder was a 20-point-per-game scorer on the Hawks. And he didn't show it in the regular season. There was times where he had good games, and I think that he's so quick, right? And I think his movement, such an underrated aspect of basketball, is someone's movement. Dennis Schroder's movement is like perfect. The way he positions his body and the way he moves his body to two spots and to be able to set up shots is so good. And he finally kind of exposed that. He was shooting unafraid this game. He was hitting and attacking the basket when needed to. Dennis Schroder, I think it was 21 points last night. He is going to be everything for the Lakers this playoffs. We know Anthony Davis and LeBron will show up. We know that Drummond can rebound. And Kuzma will get points here and there. But there needs to be a guy that's that third option. And it's been Schroder. And it needs to be Schroder. Because he really can get a bucket whenever he wants. He just needs to prove that on this team. Because he has to. Final thing about this series is the trash talk. Well, actually, you know what I want to talk about? Because I was tweeting about this earlier. And I want to clarify my tweet. I said league soft at the end of the game. Because of the shove from Jay Crowder to Dennis Schroder. So let me explain why I said that. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been ejected. Obviously, Devin Booker and Jay Crowder should have. Well, sorry. So it was Devin Booker that pushed him. Correction, right? So Devin Booker should have been ejected. I'm not disagreeing with that. That was a flagrant 2 obvious. If you're purposefully shoving someone in midair, yeah, you're gonna get ejected. That wasn't my deal, and I'm not trying to illegitimize what happened, right? He got shoved. There's no excusing that, right? But Schroder doesn't have to spit on the floor 3 times. Like, we know, dude. We saw you get pushed. It was obvious. You don't have to sell it. I hate these players selling calls. I hate it. I hate it. I know it's part of the game. I know a lot of players. It's technically an art now. You kind of have to. It's soccer has perfected it. You get touched, you fly onto the floor, and you act like you got shot, and it works. So the NBA has kind of realized this, and players are realizing this, and they do the same thing. But it's just frustrating to see, is all. It's especially when you see NFL players literally get tackled as hard as someone can and get up immediately. And then I see an NBA player get pushed, but he lands safely, and he's just flopping. It's absurd. Not only that, I think the Jay Crowder ejection was ridiculous. For what? Trash talking? He was literally just, all he was doing was trash talking. Now, I don't know what he said, but I have a feeling it wasn't anything ridiculous. He was just jawing at someone, and they ejected him. Why? First of all, it's the end of the game. This is why I think this is my biggest problem with it, is that I can't even watch the Blazers game because it's at the same time. And why is the NBA having games at the same time? I mean, I know that it's not easy to fix that, but it's kind of ridiculous. But the second thing was that I'm trying to watch this Blazer game, and I'm wasting my time watching people get ejected on the Suns game in 30 seconds left in the game. Like, come on, like, end the game already. I'm trying to switch to another game. That's all that I was kind of just upset about. But whatever. At the end of the day, I don't have a problem with the ejection from Devin Booker. I think Jay Crowder's ejection was ridiculous, and I think the flopping is ridiculous. But that's just a personal opinion. At the end of the day, I'm just glad Dennis Schroder is healthy and not hurt, because that's all that matters in the series. But these are my opinions of this game. Really good game. Also, again, as I mentioned yesterday, this is a new series I'm doing. I've seen a lot of YouTubers starting to do this, 2K YouTubers, where they just talk about the game. Whatever game they want to talk about. I love the NBA. I'll be wanting to do this. I'm getting tired of 2K low-key. Only subscribers are watching this, so I'm only talking to the subscribers right now. Getting tired of 2K low-key. Just want to do this. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Get some more views. So like the video, because it does help a lot. And if you like the channel, please give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.